Like on Halloween, he didn't buy us gifts. He would make shit out of stuff he had in the house. Like I remember my father used to dress like he was cool as hell back in the day, right? So he got this cool clothes from the 60s, leather pants, bell-bottom pants, tight-ass shirts with the chest open. He would dress me up like that for Halloween. Like, I'm like, "Pa, what am I supposed to be?" He's like, "Me, I was chingon back in the day." I was like, he's like, "But I look like a little pimp and shit, man." Like, shut up and go trick-or-treating, right? So I'm dressed like him. I go outside to trick-or-treat, find out he owes a lot of people money in the neighborhood. I gotta change. You know how hard it is to run in platform shoes? Shoes hard. Like I remember one Halloween, I wanted to be Darth Vader. Watching Star Wars was on TV, right? And Darth Vader comes out on TV. I was like 9 or 10 years old. And I'm like, "Man, Pa, I want to be him. I want to be Darth Vader for Halloween. Please buy me a costume." He's like, "No, I'll just make you one, mijo." I'm like, "You gonna make me a Darth Vader costume?" He's like, "I got this." I'm like, "You know what? My dad gets high. He's creative. He might come up with some cool shit, right?" You know what he did? He just threw a black garbage bag over me. Right? And he made a mask. It was a paper plate with a rubber band stapled to it. And he just wrote Star Wars on the front of the plate. And he wrote it all Mexican, one long word, Star Wars, right across the front of the plate. I'm like, "Pa, this shit don't even start with E, man. What's wrong with you?" He didn't even cut any holes in the plate. He just put a plate on my face, sent me into the street. I got all my candy stolen, and I got hit by a car. I fucking hate Halloween, for real, man. Do you guys like Halloween? You guys dress up and go to the Halloween parties? I hate that shit, for real. Like, it's too much. Like, let's go buy Halloween. I'm not spending $60 on some shit I'm gonna wear for one night. Right? And then you throw it all out. Like, I'm just not a big Halloween. You know why I never liked Halloween? Because when you grow up in a bad neighborhood, if you're not running around throwing eggs, Halloween ain't shit in a bad neighborhood, all right? Because the people don't give you good stuff. You don't get good candy in the bad neighborhood, for real. I remember, like, there was one time, back at the yards. You guys familiar with this area? It's a bad neighborhood in the south side. There was one time, I went trick-or-treating, and I knocked on this dude's door. I'm like, "Trick-or-treat." I'm a little-ass kid. I'm like, "Trick-or-treat." This motherfucker put a gun, a bag of Coke. He put evidence in my bag. That's what he did. He's like, "Throw that shit in the water for me," and I slammed the door. I'm like, "What the fuck? Now I got a gun? I got wipe my fingerprints off this shit? I'm 10 years old, man." That's why, like, now, as a parent, I used to take my kids way out to the suburbs. Like, where they give out cool shit. I'm talking about not just candy. Like, there was one Halloween, my kids are like, "Let's go trick-or-treating." I took them out to Naperville. I got a brand new futon on Halloween. Brand new. Nobody even slept on this fucking thing. I was like, "Trick-or-treat." He's like, "Are you Mexican?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "We don't want this. You want it?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'll take it, shit." Me and my wife carrying a futon and shit, like. I'm yelling at the kids, like, "Keep trick-or-treating. We're gonna go tie this to the top of the cart. Give me your shoelaces. I need your shoelaces. Hurry up." And then as an adult, I hated Halloween because when we didn't go out, it was one of those things like, "Hey, we're not gonna go nowhere. Nah, let's just get some candy and hand it out," right? And my wife always wants to do that. Let's spend $30, $40 on candy and give it to these shitty fucking kids that live in the neighborhood. That's why I don't like it. These kids are fucking horrible in my neighborhood. These are the same kids that are breaking windows, tagging up my garage, breaking into people's shit. Now you want to come around and ask me for candy like I don't recognize you? Nah, I don't. Fuck that. This little kid comes up and like, "Trick-or-treat." You ain't SpongeBob, motherfucker. You broke my window last week. Get your ass out of here. Fuck you, bro.